On the outside, you may look like you've got it all together, respectable job title, good paycheck, stability, but on the inside, you're stressed, exhausted, and doubting your choices. If you're a successful, ambitious professional whose life no longer feels satisfying, you're in the right place. My name is Patrick Paul Garlinger. I'm an intuitive guide who helps people to see themselves clearly and regain their power. And in this short video, I'm going to explain to you why the tools that you've been using, productivity hacks, meditation apps, self-help books, and even therapy aren't working for you. I know. I've been where you are. I too was once a busy professional. First as a professor at Northwestern University, and then as a lawyer in Manhattan. The job titles, prestige, and money never satisfied me. Despite my successes, I was always left unfulfilled and wondering, is there something more? If you're like me, you feel a quiet longing inside. Your life doesn't fit you any longer. You're questioning who you are and what your life is about. You may be experiencing burnout. Your relationships may be tense. Your job performance may be spotty. Worst of all, you can't escape the lingering feeling that you're living a life chosen by someone else. I call this state spiritual homelessness, where you can't talk about what you're experiencing with your friends, family, or coworkers, and you don't know the way forward. And social media spirituality, influencer spirituality, leaves you feeling empty. As an accomplished professional, no doubt you've tried to troubleshoot this problem on your own. The problem is not that you're not trying hard enough. The problem is that you're using old systems, ones that have carried you thus far, but are now keeping you stuck. And these systems are not designed to help you solve this problem. So you end up circling back to old coping mechanisms: Netflix, food, vacation, shopping, anything that's going to numb you to get through the day. You don't have a professional problem. You have an identity problem. You don't know how to evolve into a new version of yourself, and you lack a community that can support that evolution. I've seen this pattern countless times over years of doing intuitive readings. That's why I created Inner Frontier, my one-year community membership program, designed for awakening professionals like you who are struggling to integrate a new sense of self into their professional life. The program will help you clear emotional confusion, reclaim your vitality, and evolve into a new identity, one that balances your intellect with your intuition and your success with your soul's calling. This is not about abandoning the mental gifts that have carried you thus far, but they don't know how to guide you into the next chapter. For this next phase of your life, you need a different approach to access a deeper guidance within. Let me share a snapshot of the Inner Frontier framework with you. We teach you to master 7 key areas of life, each of which is guided by a single question. When you learn to answer these questions differently and more powerfully, your life improves dramatically. We start by laying a new foundation, teaching you new habits that train your brain in new ways, building energy and stability within. From there, you design a vision of what your future can look like, and you begin to evolve toward it with small action steps. As you do this work, old patterns will resurface. Doubt, resistance, childhood conditioning, beliefs that no longer serve you. You'll learn to meet these blocks with compassion and free yourself from repeating old cycles. As you clear the past and open to the future, something remarkable emerges. Peace, clarity, and a voice that has been there all along, your intuition. This is the voice that will guide you to make new choices, ones that feel right for you. You won't do this work alone. The Inner Frontier is a community, a spiritual home where you can share openly, feel supported, and practice becoming your future self. Because real growth doesn't happen in isolation. It requires mirrors, guides, and companions. To do this work, you'll have access to bite-sized lessons that you can follow at your own pace, weekly group coaching, and private intuitive sessions with me where I'll help you integrate everything that you're learning. You may be asking yourself, why work with me? I've lived the transition that you're going through now, and my gift is the ability to help you see the blocks that are in your way and move them quickly. But don't take my word for it. Here's a small sampling of what some of my former clients have had to say about working with me. You may be saying to yourself, I don't have time for this. You don't have a time problem. You have an identity problem. The person you are now is the one who overschedules your calendar, struggles with boundaries, and doesn't say no to the things that don't truly matter to you. Unless you evolve, no productivity hack is going to solve your problem with time. And if you say, I'll do this later when I have more time, that's the same trap. You've probably said something similar for years. A year from now, you won't have more time, but you will be more tired and more resigned. And that's not a future you want. Don't wait for the pain to force your hand. The longer you postpone change, the harder it becomes. If you feel ready to step into a new chapter of your life with tools that you didn't know you needed, with a guide who can help you see clearly beneath the surface, and with a community of like-minded professionals who are walking the same path, then I invite you to explore Inner Frontier. I've opened my calendar for a free clarity call. In that session, you'll share with me where you are now and where you'd like to be in a year. And I'll share with you some insights and guidance, along with a mini reading so you can get a sense of my intuitive gifts. Together, we'll see if Inner Frontier is a good fit for you. Either way, you'll leave with greater clarity about who you're becoming. Remember, you don't have to live a life that drains you. You were meant to live a life of joy, wonder, and purpose. Don't delay any longer. Book your call and claim the life that you are meant to lead.